So here come the clouds.
Hey,
They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah,
so I'ma fake it till I make it. What?
Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience.
Come on.
One day at a time. It's how you operate.
Come on in.
So flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that
Cause temptation.
I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
Hey, come on in,
My
Facebook.
head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man. I'll take
Hey,
it.
wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Hey, Georgie, good morning. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey, wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. Happy fucking Tuesday, y'all. I'm telling you. All right. The mere fact that I woke up, it's a blessing. You know, it's a blessing. Hey, Uhu. Thank you, Uhu, even though it's falling off my head right before y'all eyes, because I fell asleep in this head wrap last night. So it's unwinding. I get my hair done today, so it's head wrap for now. All right. But thank you. Good morning, Blissfully Evolving. Good morning. Yes, good morning, Fit Friends. I love that. All right. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. Come on in on this happy fucking Tuesday. As y'all can see, I have different glasses on today. Not just because I want to change up glasses, but because my fucking ass need to learn how to stay the fuck home at night. Okay? This is because my ass is greedy, right? And y'all know AG and I recovered from COVID, so we hadn't hung around each other the whole time we was sick. And so this week, now that we're out of quarantine, even though we still have some residual tiredness and shit like that drags on, we're back to our shenanigans. What are our shenanigans? Going to the grocery store, trying to figure out what we gonna fucking eat. And so, AG cooked Sunday dinner. We had ziti. And then, yesterday I've been talking for the last couple of days about craving some fried shrimp, because Kimmy Creations, I don't know if y'all follow her on I'm sweating. This is Hot Flash. If y'all follow her on IG, Kimmy Creations, but she cooked her ass off, right? And so she was making these jumbo shrimp, and then she made some sauce. And I was craving that, and I was like, AG, I want some big ass shrimp. I want them fried, and then I want them in some kind of sauce, right? And I need it on a bed of rice, baby. Come on through, Johnny Hill. I got you, baby. I had that shit last night. Thank you, AG. And then I crashed out, fell asleep on his couch, watching Alone. This is why my head wrap is looking like how it's looking this morning. And left the house, got in my car, drove all the way home, touched my face, and realized I didn't have my glasses on. Good thing I don't need glasses to see. My glasses are really for reading, but they're progressive, so I keep them on my face all day. So good thing I could fucking see without my glasses, because I drove all the way to fuck home without my glasses. But I was on a full ass belly. Let me tell you something. TMI. My belly has been full for days. I had to do something to release the pressure. I'm feeling better today. Okay? All right. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, LaSasha Fogel. Good morning, Glamour47. All right, we're going to have, before we get into the topic today, happy motherfucking Tuesday. Y'all see the topic up there. Who raised these boys? We're going to get into this because this is going to be an extension of what we talked about yesterday, we talked about, why do men blame women for their strength and their independence? How do we get past that, right? Today, we're going to talk about who raised these boys, because my ass be itching on social media when I see motherfuckers post, blame the mamas for how ratchet their sons are. And I'm like, wait, My son was a little ratchet, but I did the best I could. And I didn't agree with his ratchetness. So because that topic makes my ass itch, and because it's another thing against women that we are being blamed for, I want to talk about it today. But before we get into that topic, we got to have a Fit Friends moment. Hey, mother. Good morning. Fit Friends moment. Anything anybody want to contribute about their goals that they've already accomplished, the goals that they're trying to accomplish this week. This is one of the things I say. If you say your goal out loud to us, right? It's a form of accountability, right? I gave y'all my goal for the week. 6 days of cycling, 4-mile walk at the end of the week. Those are my goals, right? And every day I post. Yesterday was day 2 for me, and I posted my video and I did my hashtags. Hashtag Fit Friends, hashtag Coffee with Friends, hashtag Coffee with Friends Fit Friends, hashtag Raw to the Bone. If you are a part of this journey and you have your goals and you are accomplishing those goals, make sure when you post, you are hashtagging. So I'm going to share, all right, in a minute, a Coffee with Friends goal that they posted, and I snatched it off their page because why? I saw that they used all the hashtags, and I said, well, they used the hashtags, they in it. So I want to share that with y'all. But before I share that, let me just read what Johnny Hill wrote. Johnny Leon Hill says, speaking of Fit Friends, I took the stairs this morning, walked up 7 flights to get to my office. One small step. That is the bomb, Johnny Leon Hill. Congratulations, Johnny Leon Hill. I just mentioned that the other day, how my trainer used to say to me, don't take the escalator, take the motherfucking stairs. These are small steps that lead you to your fitness goals. Don't sneeze on taking 7 flights of stairs or 4 flights of stairs or 3 flights of stairs. If that's better than what you did yesterday, then that's great. That's an accomplishment. So Johnny Leon Hill, ain't nobody motherfucking sneezing at 7 flights of stairs. That's a lot of stairs. All right. So congratulations to you, Johnny Leon Hill, for going with your fitness, for sharing your Fit Friends accomplishment this morning. All right. Georgie said, I finally got me a pair of dip bars so I can start practicing calisthenics. I want to be able to isolate and twerk while doing pull-ups. I'm a sad youngin', beat me to it. Oh, God. Oh, you said, I'm sad a youngin' beat me to it. So someone already did that. All right, but that's a form of fitness. Listen, if you a pole dancer, I know plenty of people that install poles in their house. If I had a home with space for a pole, I would do it. Pole, that pole exercising builds up core and upper body strength. All right. Do what the fuck works for you. So Georgie, I ain't mad at you for getting a dip bar so that you can isolate and do the dips at the same motherfucking time. All right. All right. Lulu Bells. Thank you for joining, Lulu Bells. Because wait a minute, you're not even, but I got a moment. I got a moment. And so if you are out there working out, I'm just going to let y'all know this. And you post and you hashtag the hashtags Coffee with Friends, Fit Friends, Raw to the Bone, whatever, and Fit Friends. If you hashtag any of those, I'm liable to do this. So congratulations to Angel. Let me zoom that in. Okay. Angel, aka Lulu Bells, okay, for posting yesterday, 10 hours ago. She posted, I did my 30-minute spin class this morning, leisurely, a 2-mile walk with Creed. Hi, Creed. All right. This evening, today's goals have been met. Do y'all see the hashtags? Hashtag Coffee with Friends, Fit Friends, hashtag Fit Friends, and hashtag Raw to the Bone. This is what I'm talking about. Accomplishing your goals and being accountable and posting them shits. I love this. Congratulations, Angel, aka Lulu Bells. So this is what I'm going to do when I see people posting their fitness goals and their accomplishments, and I see the hashtag, you know what that means? that mean that I could share it here with all of us today. All right. So congratulations, Lulu Bells. All right. Lulu Bells also said, good morning, Coffee with Friends. I did 2 workouts yesterday. These are the ones that I shared. I'm watching you. I'm watching y'all. Okay. All right. But still didn't take today off on the bike right now. So Lulu Bells shared her accomplishments yesterday. And right now, while she's watching Coffee with Friends, I'm on here for an hour. Imagine 20 minutes you could be done and still participate in the show. I love it. She is on that bike right now. Good morning, Fire and One. Good morning, Hearts of Fire. Good morning, Black Ice 813. Good morning, Protagonist. Come on in. All right. Hi, Tata. Nice to meet you. All right. Come on in. Come on in. So these are our fitness goals today. Georgie said, my spinning pole be trying to throw me out the window. Baby, I see that. Be careful. The fuck. I mean, I want to do a spinning pole too, but I need warning. Listen, be careful. The fuck. Georgie said at Amazon, right? That's almost all the 10K steps for the day, ain't it? Congratulations, y'all. So this was the Fit Friends moment. All right. So what is my goal for today? Well, at 10 o'clock, I have an appointment, to take care of. So I'm going to run out for a couple of hours and then I'm going to come back, right? I'm definitely still going to ride my bike. All right. You know me. I'm getting on that bike. Today is Tuesday. All right. I'm committed to ride that bike Sunday through Friday. Saturday is my day off. Saturday is my rest day. All right. That's it and that's all. And even sometimes on Saturday, I'll be thinking maybe I should do yoga or maybe I should do something else, but it's a my choice day. Okay. And so congratulations to all those that participated and is participating in Fit Friends. All right. Any accomplishment that you do is an accomplishment, no matter how small you think it is. I say this and I can't say this enough. Just show up. Everything else will follow. Your mind and your body will follow. Just show up. That's it. Consistently. All right. That is my rant for today. All right. So happy fucking Tuesday. That was my Fit Friends moment. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So, I have a question. This is a question before we get into the topic. The topic today is who raised these boys. And let me frame that out for y'all so that y'all can start throwing in some of your comments because my ass be really itching. I mean, I'm going to need some cream on my ass in a minute the way y'all motherfuckers got my ass itching. But yesterday I came across, after yesterday, being so passionate, in my body, mind, and spirit about the woman being blamed for being so independent and strong. Yesterday, I came across a post on social media where some woman was hurt. Somebody's son done fucked her up and she mad. What did she do? She done jumped on and said, these mothers need to raise better sons so that they can learn to be better men. These women that raise these sons are horrible. That post lit my ass on fire. As if the devil was there laughing at me going, baby, come on and take a drink at this firelit bar because you're about to light that motherfucking post up and join me down in the gates of hell. I was like, these motherfuckers are crazy. And so the reason why I took it personal is because my son was a whole piece of work. And I swear I did my best, y'all. And this was one of my experiences with my son and his women. I've heard it. Your mama should have did better. I've heard it. They've said it. They've said it. A couple of the girls he dated said it. And I said to myself, whoa, you blaming me for the choice for you choosing him. And you blaming me for a grown man's actions. right? Here it is again. Women can't get a fucking break. We get blamed for being strong and independent. Then we get blamed for these ratchet ass, grown ass men because they blame us for how we raise our men. So I'm just here bringing it to Coffee with Friends, trying to figure out what the fuck do y'all think? Do y'all think it's the mother's fault when these grown ass men are narcissistic? All right. And not good men? You know, all the men that I've dated that was shitty, I never once looked at their mother and said, you should have did a better job. Because all the men that I've dated had siblings and all of them didn't fucking act the same. They had the same mother. So that's the topic today. Let's talk about that. Who raised these motherfucking boys, right? And why are we again blaming the women for doing the best they can? Nobody ever says we blaming the fathers for ghosting their sons. Nobody says that. We blame the father who's not around to take care of his child. They go, we blame the mothers for raising these ratchet ass narcissistic boys. Us women can't get a fucking break. Think about that, y'all, and give me your feedback on that. Hey, Formula Training. Hey, Ghost 95. Give me your feedback on that, all right? Because I got a lot of shit to say on that. But let that fucking shit marinate. Bring your comments in. I'm going to catch up on the comments, but I have a question for y'all asses. But before I get into my question, if you on IG, give me the hearts because I love you. And I want to know you love me. Okay. If you're on YouTube, last time Protagonist checked, there was 7 out of 9 likes. I'm going to need your likes to match the views. Get out there and give me the thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, say, hey, motherfuckers, y'all see me? The fuck? Okay. All right. So my question is this, y'all. I love to wear men underwear. Not out in the street and shit, but to bed. How many women on here love to wear their men's underwear? And I could have saved this question for Question and Assholes Day, but I know we're going to have enough questions for Question and Assholes Day tomorrow. How many women on here like to wear men underwear, like their boyfriend's underwear, especially when they're the briefs, the thigh brief ones? I love to wear my man's underwear, right? Not because they're necessarily his, but because them shits are just comfortable. All right. So my question to y'all is beyond who wears men underwear. When you're dating, right? Is it awkward to wear your ex's underwear in front of your new man? Or are you supposed to throw out all your ex-man's underwears that you wear to bed and collect new ones from the new man? What are the rules? Do men get upset when they see their women in their ex-man's underwear? I'm asking because I don't the fuck know. I mean, I just wear the shits because I wear them. But how y'all men feeling about that? Do y'all get mad when your woman strut her little ass in front of you and she got some little boxer brief shits on, but they not yours? I even took my son's. He had underwear new in the package. I took them shits. I don't have them no more because that was a long time ago. But I'm not biased. Okay? Lulu Bell says, a man's boxes look sexy on me. Waistband rolled, so the booty shorts. Yes, baby. The waistband rolled. If you didn't know, you know now. The fuck? All right? Ooh, said I wear nudity to bed. You know, because I sweat, I like to have panties on to catch my sweat. You know, but that's, I like it. Glamour 47 said, I've been sleeping in my husband's underwear since forever. Right? Aren't them shits comfortable? But for those that migrate to new relationships, do you throw out the old underwear that you were wearing and then collect new ones from the new man? How does this work? Go. Ghost said, wait a minute, no, Ghost. You know, I'm going to bust your bubble on here today, Ghost. Because Ghost said, I wish you would wear another man's underwear in front of me. But they just underwear. Right? But Ghost, aren't you the same one that said you like sharing women? You know, It fucking kills me. Y'all motherfuckers on here be like, I like sharing and having multiple women, and my woman better understand that men cheat and we just cheaters and y'all have to accept that. But then in the same breath, you go, I wish she would wear another man's underwear in front of me. What we doing? What the fuck we doing? What we doing? But is anybody agreeing with Ghost? No, you cannot wear your ex-man's underwear in front of your new man. Is that it? I got you, Heart to Fire. I'm going to come back to that. All right? Wait, Sai said buy your own clean drawers, Robin. No. No. I don't like sleeping in panties in the bed. I love to sleep in men underwear in the bed. Sai said, to answer your question, either buy new ones or take your man's. You can't wear your ex drawers in front of your new man. Oh, I'm glad y'all told me, because I'll be strutting around in these drawers talking about how new man. I mean, all right, I'm gonna do better, y'all. This was a real question because I need to understand so I could do better. I'm gonna do better, but damn it, I wear them when I'm alone, unless he give me some new drawers from his drawer. You said love the boxers, not the briefs. I like the briefs. You know, the tight thigh ones, you know. Hey, Michelle, Haley 61. Oh, said I couldn't fit my ex's underwear. He was 160 soaking wet. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you can't wear his drawers, and that's okay. All right. So I said I'm naked in the bed at night. Y'all motherfuckers that sleep naked, y'all nasty. I like it though. Georgie said, yeah, what if he thinks they are his now? He in some other man drawers. Oh, Protagonist said he don't give a fuck. Wear whatever the fuck you want. So Protagonist don't care if you got your ex-man's drawers on. Okay. All right. All right. I'm dropping the link down here for the guests because we're going to get into the topic at hand, because this topic is really personal for me. So if anybody wants to jump on and have words to say, I dropped the guest link on YouTube and Facebook for y'all to hit that link and to join in. Make sure when you join in, you know, if your Wi-Fi signal is not good, your voice is going to skip. So make sure your Wi-Fi signal is good or your 5G signal is good and you're in a good location so that we don't have to close our eyes and listen, okay? Try to figure out the mouth with the words. Cheryl Lee said, you be bringing your ex energy to bed with you. Oh, baby. Don't say that. I don't want to do that, Cheryl Lee. Get your coffee or your motherfucking tea, because Cheryl Lee just fucked me up. I'm going to stop it. I don't want to do that, Cheryl Lee. You just fucked my whole head up, all right? Future said, in the case of my ex-husband, we are going into the topic. Who raised these motherfucking boys, okay? Heart to Fire said, I have 3 men, 2 who are great men, 1 who I would not want to date anyone. He's a disaster. Okay, that's a perfect example. You have 3 men, 2 which are great, 1 which is fucked up. So this is what makes my ass itch when women get into these relationships and the men hurt them, and then they come out here on social media and they go, oh, their mothers fucked them up. They did this, they did that. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because I talk about this all the time on my show. I'm coming inside. I talk about this all the time on my show. A lot of us have childhood trauma that we are healing from, right? Yes, right? Number 2, we constantly say on this show that a lot of us are still unpacking a lot of that toxic, trauma, that toxic energy. We are trying to unlearn shit that we have learned growing up, things we have seen, things we have experienced, right? And so people raise their children based on their experiences. One of the things I said to my mother when I understood, because me and my mother had a bad relationship for some years, but y'all knew that, but we are close now, because I had to learn that people are operating within their own abilities and within their own experiences. And so when we say that the Black community has been through some shit and we are healing from some shit, as a community and as individuals based on our family upbringing and our childhood experiences. We say we understand that. But then in the next breath, the same motherfucking black folks that say they understand this turn around and say, oh, blame these mothers for the way they raise these kids, these sons. Blame them for their sons being untrusting. Blame them for their sons being cheaters. Blame them for their sons for not knowing how to be accountable and how not to take care of their families. I very rarely see a post that says, blame the men who ghosted out on their sons. Blame the men who have multiple baby mamas and is not standing up and taking accountability to show their kids, their boy children, how to be men. And even the men that's involved in these children's lives and these boys grow up and still become narcissistic and toxic, is it all on the parent? You know, at some point as adults, you have to take responsibility and change your own life. You cannot continue to blame the parents for doing what most parents do the best they motherfucking can. I was one of them, and my son was ratchet. My son was ratchet, and I remember 2 women in his life that threw in my face in one way or another that must have had to do with the way I raised him. And I looked at these women and I said, really? Really? It had to be how I raised him. You know, our community is broken. We are broken. I'm talking about the black community because that's the community I'm a part of. I can't speak for any other culture, right? I'm not saying it doesn't happen in any other cultures, but I'm talking about this one. How much more y'all gonna blame the black woman for? Okay? Me and my brother were raised by the same mom. We're different. We are different in so many ways. Okay? Georgie said, I would never have to buy my own men's underwear because I don't think I ever been smaller in the ass of my exes. Right? The underwear be tight though, but I stretch them out as long as they're the cotton ones. All right? Okay? All right? Okay, we're gonna bring okay, Future said, in the case of my ex-husband, his childhood played a big part in the way he is. He had a crack addicted father who beat him up all the time, a mother who was abused for years and then went to jail for years. He was abused by the stepfather while his mother was locked up, then sent to live with his paternal grandmother. He has a lot of unheard trauma. He is not okay. And a lot of us are operating on trauma. And we say we understand that. But instead of focusing on that fact, we go blame the mother for how she raised her kids. How many motherfucking things y'all gonna blame on a black woman? The fuck? How many? Hey, Yoga Girl 5. Good morning.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good
Tuesday.
morning.
We are good. Good morning.
I just want to say before I go over there, because they're blowing stuff. First of all, this is a really good continuation of yesterday's topic where, you know, there's this blame like over situations as black women and just chose to make it bad. Like, let's see, how can we just mess people? It's unfair. This narrative of blaming black women is really a Bush era when there was the crack babies and the welfare mom, which was for blaming black women for a whole freaking epidemic, and like we were responsible. I think that kind of is the root of why it's commonplace for how children turn out when we're doing it by ourselves, when clearly, and for 2 people, a man and a woman, to raise these children, and then we're the ones who get blamed for it. I think we've all had trauma, all of us, all black people, because even if you're married, it's healthy, you're rich, you have access to everything, nothing's ever, you see on TV, you see it on social media, us getting murdered, dying. And if you come from that group and you know that that can happen to the poorest Black guy, it can happen to your Black child. So whether you acknowledge that consciously or subconsciously, and that in and of itself is a type of trauma, and in some more powerful, because some people might be unaware of. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of lay that out right there. One of the things that's good about this day and age with the social media, that on the one hand traumatizes us when we see, is that we're able to have some sort of place to communicate, like coffee with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like Black men meditate, how other
Yep.
people have created spaces for Black people to talk,
Yep.
and to heal. You and I and other people are part of the collective effort to bring the attention to people do the best they can.
Yeah.
You've got parents out here doing the best. I had a friend, and there are a couple different other issues with it, because she's this girl. She was a white girl, but she grew up around Black people her whole life. Her she tells me she just wants to be a white girl, and I'm like, what? So that component was a part of it, but I her mother for raising her around Black people. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and sorry, y'all. What I said to her was, your mother did the best she could, like towards your mother. Like, you're a parent, your baby daddy's a bum. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't let go of it. And an example that I can use, where people sometimes haven't done the work on themselves, acknowledge
Mm-hmm.
the pain,
Mm-hmm.
and then let it go. When you acknowledge pain, that's scary.
Yeah.
How far you're going to fall. And some people maybe they feel like they're able to pick themselves back up. And so instead of being honorable and let that pain and feel that pain, people just hold on to anger.
Yeah.
And that we're seeing in the Black community is that we're letting go of the anger and letting go of the fins when you address your trauma. And
Mm-hmm.
part of the reason that we're doing that is because we know that collectively, whether people are aware of the fact that we're doing that collectively or not, we are doing it collectively.
Mm-hmm.
And conversations like this.
Yep.
That's why you have, little gymnast girl, I forget her name, ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I'm good. And the tennis girl who's, I forget these people's names, is cute.
Serena?
Not Serena.
Venus?
She's half Haitian and half.
Oh, I don't know these
Do you
tennis players.
know who she is? Well, she had a certain one having the bullshit either. So my point is, we're recognizing our traumas and worse, the current modern day source, and saying, no, I'm good, I'm done. Who raise these boys? These are the same boys who grow up to abandon their families. We have to stop blaming people for making the wrong choices and look at the source. I'm gonna say this: the mom who don't take care of her kids, who's on drugs, or abandoning, not cleaning, not cooking, and the father who leaves and abandons, got all these baby mamas or whatever. Symptoms. And we've been focusing on symptoms like that's the person. Who the hell wants to do that?
Yeah. Nobody chooses that life. And so we just have to understand that, I went back and forth in the debate yesterday on a post. Well, actually, I didn't go back and forth. I said what I said, and then I kind of fucking moved on. But,
right.
It's just a lot of women out here. I understand that they're hurt. I understand that, they're disappointed with the dating pool and the things that these men, might do to them. But at the same time, when women hurt men, I don't ever hear men say, "Who the fuck raised you?" I never hear men
never heard
say,
that.
"Who the fuck raised these girls? Who blame the mama or blame the daddy for raising these ratchet fucking girls?" I never hear that.
Yep.
I only hear when the boys are ratchet. Oh, the mama is to blame. Why the fuck is the mother to blame for how this adult son is acting?
Yep.
Now, again, I can agree that a lot of us, when I raised my son through a trauma-filled life. All right. And so I didn't make the best choices at that time. Okay. But I thought at the time when I was making those choices, they were the best choices. But as I got
Right.
older and more educated and gained more experience in life, I look back and I said, well, I could have did this different, and well, I could have did that different. Guess what? There's millions of women and men who are looking back in hindsight going, I could have did this different and I could have did that different. And the only way we can say that is once we go through life and have life experiences.
Right. Right. Right.
This is not
And you know,
something.
Robin, that right there, when you say looking back, you know, how things could have been done differently, that part right there is a reflection of the lack of generational community.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we learn generation from an older generation
Yes.
or through 20 years of living.
Yep.
And so then you learn it through a generation. So generational family structure has been um, distorted, or we have people working and busy with life,
Yeah.
so much so that those relationships, it takes a lot of us 20 years to figure some shit out that somebody could have told us in 20 minutes.
I'm telling you. Yep. That is so true.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sai, for joining.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
just
go
say this
through some
one
of the comments. Go ahead.
last thing?
Yep.
Black man meditate is
Yes.
to help our Black men.
Black Men Meditate.
Okay.
Follow Yoga Girl Sai. She does Black Men Meditate. Make
Black
sure you
man.
are
Yep.
following her. Black Man
Yep.
Meditate. Okay.
That's right. All
Make sure
right,
you're
guys. Have a
following
good
her. All
day.
right. Thank
Bye.
you. All right. Thank you, Sai, for joining as usual. All right. And I love hearing the input of others. If anybody else has any input on this topic, who raised these boys and why do we blame the women for how these grown ass boys turn out? At some point, we are responsible for our own behavior, right? I've come through some real rough times growing up, right? But I didn't let my journey mold me. All right. So at some point, we are responsible for who we are. But I never ever hear the men say, who raised these women? I never hear that. Why is that? Oh, Ghost said, no, I didn't say I like sharing women. What is that you said, Ghost? You said men cheat. The fuck? You said men cheat. All right. Um, Georgie said, well, when the girls are fast, they tell us we have no daddy or daddy issues. I never heard that, Georgie. I never heard nobody say to me that I have daddy issues or I had no daddy. Okay. I never heard that. Nobody has ever said my parents were to blame for my ratchet behavior. Nope. Never heard it. But I tell you, every time I flip the social media page, these women are out here hurting, crying, and snot nose, all upset over their men who done did some fucked up shit. And they go and they blame the mama. I be like, damn. Right? And one girl that responded to me was like, well, you can raise your son to be polite. Bitch, I raised my son to say please and thank you. The fuck? I didn't raise him to be a cheater. The fuck? But that's what he was. I remember saying to my son one time, Roundtree, you got to think, do you want a man to treat me the way you treat women? I used to ride his little ass. Okay? And meanwhile, these women be in the background blaming the mama, and I be in the background screaming at my son, like, how could you do this? All right? And I used to be so mad at my son because I knew that there was women out there looking at me going, what the fuck type of son did she raise? Going to the Hooskow on the weekends, hearing that he cheated on his girl. It was hard. It was hard. And I couldn't think of anything that I did to contribute or make him the way he was. Why do we blame the women? We can't get a fucking break, ladies. Okay? Georgie said, I have been told by countless men on the internet that I was fatherless and have daddy issues because I twerk and isolate. Wait, what? What? You have daddy issues because you twerk and isolate. These men don't go to strip clubs, I guess. They don't. Ghost said, and we're talking about a woman we're dating, not a woman we just fucking. Oh. Women you're dating versus women you're just fucking. Okay. Lulabelle says, nah, when an ex becomes an ex, all his shit is disposed of. Oh, for real? So you mean your jewelry and all the clothes and shit he bought for you too? That you throwing all that in the garbage or just the shit he wore? Make it clear. Because I don't be getting rid of shit that I like. Make it clear, Lulu Bells. It's actually cathartic and provides me with closure. Okay, to get rid of everything. But do you get rid of everything he purchased for you too? You know, I remember in one of my relationships, it's funny now, but it wasn't the fuck funny then. It was so toxic. My at the time, that particular significant other, it don't matter which one it is, y'all nosy, used to complain that I wore one particular bracelet. I love Pandora. I don't wear them anymore because he fucking he was so toxic about it. I just stopped wearing the shits in general. But I love my Pandora bracelets. I have about 4 or 5 of them. Okay. And they're all different. I have a Disney one. Okay. A Disney one in memories. Well, you know, it's a bracelet that was made by one of my exes. And he gave it to me. We were no longer together, but he bought this bracelet and he built it over time. And he put the things on the bracelet that reminded him of me and us. And I thought it was special. And he gave it to me, right? And so I used to wear this bracelet all the time. I loved it. You know, I have Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse on it, Florida. Because I had moved to Florida for a short period of time. I wear that Pandora along with my original Pandora I got, which is dressed with my grandmother's memories and family memories and milestones on that. Then I have one that's for my grandchildren. If they get me a charm, the charms go on that. Then I have another one. I love Pandora. All right. And so my other significant other had given me another bracelet, non-Pandora. Okay. And I still was wearing the Pandora bracelets on a daily basis. You know, this motherfucker complained, oh, you wear your Pandora bracelets all the time. Another motherfucker gave you your Pandora bracelets. Listen, motherfucker, it ain't got shit to do with the other motherfucker giving it to me. You and I were not together when he gave it to me. And I just love this Pandora bracelet. So now I got to get rid of shit that an ex gave me because the new man is uptight about it. I'm asking. Fire One said, never experienced that. I need a new woman. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Fire One. Wait a minute. The fuck. All right. Georgie said, I will send you screenshots. I get insulted on a regular, especially on Facebook. Well, I'm not surprised. I was just saying this to AG the other day. Why are people surprised when people attack them on social media? I remember one of the videos that I put up in TikTok. Somebody commented my ass something about I'm up in age or something like that. They said, and I said to them, okay, the fuck? Like, all right, I'm up in age. Was that supposed to hurt me? Like, so people, you have to keep in mind that people on social media, some people are so fucking miserable and so ugly on the inside and so unhappy that they got to come for you, Georgie. And so what do you do with those people? Laugh at their asses. Laugh at their misery, right? People are on TikTok, Facebook, IG, YouTube doing what the fuck they want, all ages. So yeah, I'm up in age. Why the fuck are you on my page? You have a choice. You could look at these double nickels or not. Ghost said there are mothers and fathers to blame, but once they get older, you can't blame anyone but themselves. And that is the point that I'm talking about, Ghost. And thank you for that. Yes, I'm admitting that a lot of us have operated and raised our children based on generational curses and toxic energy. But that doesn't mean to say we didn't do the best we could, right? Instead of trying to understand each other, help each other, love up on each other, right? If we acknowledge that our Black community has been through some pain, how do you then turn around and continue to blame the women of your Black community for the things that they tried to do their best in? Even the ones who were so-called bad parents, right? This is one of the things I said to my mother. I understand. I didn't like the things that you did. I didn't like your method of raising your children. But you used what you knew, what you learned. And once I started to unpack in my journey, I started to dig a little deeper in her journey and where she came from. And listening to her stories, not just from her, but Pat is on here too. Pat has shared some stories of times when they were growing up and how my mother's mother used to act. And I said, wow, my mother did the best she could with what she knew. We have to give each other grace if we understand that we are still out here trying to break generational curses. Instead of blaming each other for the outcome of these adult peoples, right? Learn to help motherfuckers heal or point them in the direction. Be like, hey, like Future said, her man's upbringing was toxic as fuck. He is not okay. One, we have to recognize when we're not okay and when we need to unpack some shit. And if you are that person that's not ready to unpack that shit, and you are the person that's with the person that's not ready to unpack that shit and they just toxic, just walk away. But it's not going to help our community when we constantly blame these women for doing what they thought was the best that they could with what they had. There are some exceptions. But we got to stop this generalizing. You know, y'all make my ass itch. Like Black folks get mad when they say all Black folks are ghetto. That's a generalization, right? But y'all ain't mad when motherfuckers turn around and be like, who raised these boys, all these mamas with these ratchet boys? That's generalization. If we want to do better in our community, we want to continue to love up on each other. Instead of immediately blaming the Black woman for some shit, hold your motherfucking man accountable for his behavior. Period. It's on him now. It's his responsibility to do better. I couldn't blame my mother. I came through rough motherfucking times. Y'all got some of them stories on YouTube. Okay? But that life didn't make me. And me and my brother were raised by the same. And we turned out different in many ways. So if my mother was so ratchet and so toxic, how did we come out different? Right? That's the other thing. You stupid, Georgie. I'm dead as fuck. Wait a minute. Wait. Georgie said, I start talking shit about their mom and then they block me. I know you do. Georgie said, I fully and totally purge my exes. Pictures, gifts, thoughts, emotions, texts, all of that. Wow. I'm not throwing away gifts because I be getting some good gifts, y'all. Throwing away these gifts. Ghost said, no matter how good you raise a child, they will still be their own person and have their own ways and their own thinking. Ghost, let them fucking know. You know, I also say to some of these women, right? And I've seen it with the women I choose my son. I be like, y'all see what y'all choosing, right? Like the evidence is there. But y'all women come into his life and think he gonna do me different. He gonna do me different. But you see, the evidence is there. You see what you fucking with. It was clear as day to me. I was like, whoa. I would be feeling sorry for some of these women, especially when he always got good women. And I'd be looking at them like, Lord have mercies. You see what you see what you getting into. And so sometimes I say to myself, especially the baby mamas that have the kids by these men and then complain. And I'll be like, oh my God, scratching my ass. Didn't you see? Didn't you see before you committed to a lifestyle of having a child with him, the type of man you had? Sometime women, y'all got to blame yourselves for the men that you choose. I know I have blamed me. I have looked at these men and said, Robin, you to blame. Why the fuck you did this to yourself? You the fuck knew. But you still wanted to dip your toe in it because you thought he was going to be different to you. But you saw the evidence on the wall and you still picked him. But yet, instead of blaming yourself for the choices that you picked, you blame his mama. I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay. Johnny Leon Hill said, the reason why women get the bulk of the blame is because mama has always been there and they raise the boys. So isn't that a fucking compliment? Like, that's the shit that I don't understand. Look what you said, Johnny Leon Hill. The reason why women get the bulk of the blame is because mama has always been there and they raise these boys. That's the positive part of it. So why are we not talking about the positive part of it? Why is it, oh, she to blame because her son is narcissistic and he's ratchet? Not, oh, this mother hunkered down and she raised this boy even when it was fucking hard. How about that? Dads get the blame for the girls being fast because they are not there. But you don't hear as much of that. Yeah, you hear a little bit. But it's not as intensified as the blame that gets put on these women, in my opinion. And I'm saying this, I'm passionate about this shit because I've heard two women in my son's life try to put that blame on me. And I'm looking at them like, you chose him? And you still keep forgiving him? When you gonna blame yourself? When you gonna blame yourself? Georgie said my man probably couldn't afford a Pandora, so he was mad. I'm so fucking dead, Georgie. You ain't got no... Listen, you are ruthless, all right? Georgie said, I come for their mothers. It angers them so much and tickles me so. I know it does. Pat said they blame the mama for his behavior, and when he's in a relationship with a woman, it then becomes his black woman's fault for his failures. When do we get a break? Well, this is the... Baby, because I'm tired. This black woman over here is tired. When do we get a break? It's the question. When the fuck do we get a break as the black women in our community? Give us a break. When does the man take the responsibility? When? Great question. Georgie said, men don't have responsibilities in society other than going to work and paying all the bills. Where he at? Where the fuck he at? All the bills? The fuck you say? All the bills? The fuck? Where he at? Okay? Which is something they have to do single or in a relationship. Live, work, and pay bills, period. They're not doing you no extra. They doing this anyway. I live by myself and I'm living and working and paying bills, and somebody mad at me because I'm able to do that. Some black ass man out there is looking at me going, oh, I'm mad at her because she can keep a roof over her head. Why? I want a man to come and keep a roof over my head. I posted this on my page. Motherfuckers ain't saying shit in my inbox right now. My inbox is quiet. Right? Motherfuckers want to good morning you to death, jump in your inbox, say all kind of shit. But when you be like, no, I want you to come in and step into my world as a man and pay all these bills and keep the roof over my head. I want to be weak and needy. I want to submit. Guess what the fuck happened? My inbox went ghosty. Y'all motherfuckers say y'all want the shit, and then I'm out here saying, okay, take all my bills and let me be weak and needy. And nobody's showing up the fuck now. What y'all want? Georgie said, if a man don't wash his ass, it's some women failed responsibilities, baby. Let me tell you something. My ex used to blame me for the stupidest shit, right? Now, I run multiple businesses. I ain't making a lot of no money from them, but I do it, all right? And I work a full-time corporate job. And still made time to sit on the couch and watch movies with him, cook dinner, clean this motherfucking house, wash clothes, and do everything the fuck else. This motherfucker takes on a business, right? A side hustle, right? And all of a sudden, he ain't got time. He ain't got time to sit and watch a movie. He ain't got time to do this. He ain't got time to do that. And as soon as I say, well, damn, all you do is go to work and then come home and focus on this side hustle and then sleep. Like, you're not spending any time with me. And you know what he did? He quit his side hustle and blamed me. He was like, oh, I couldn't make no money because you needed my time. Bitch. See, this is why the men don't like us strong women. Because, motherfucker, I'm running multiple businesses and working a corporate America job, still domesticating around here and still got time to spend with your ass. But you take on one little extra shit and all of a sudden your whole world is falling the fucking apart. And as soon as I complain, you blame me for not being successful. Wow. You can't multitask, then me and you can't be the fuck together. Because I'm going to do multiple things at the same motherfucking time. You men gonna be mad at me for that? Okay. Protagonist said it takes a village to raise a child. So what we must do is bring our children to more healed folk and less toxic folk. When we gonna get there? When we gonna get there? Sai said we get a break when we take our break. Like those athletes I mentioned. And when we call people out on their bigoted bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Hey, Veronica Madison Beauty. Hey, I'm back in my grind. Good morning, fancy pansies. Future said, I think both parents fail their children if the mother is a single mother, left to do it all on her own. And baby, this is the fucking shit I'm talking about. When I hear these motherfuckers, see, I'm itching my ass. When I hear these motherfuckers go blame the mama, I be like, nobody talking about the daddy? So the daddy just skating around free, Willie? The fuck? Like, the mothers that are left to raise their sons, they mothers are nurturers. Y'all know that, right? Women are nurturers by nature. Okay? So when we raise our boys, we are raising them with all this nurturing spirit. So some of that manlyhood shit is going to get left. Men, we need y'all to step into the realm of raising your children. And adult women, when your fucking man that you chose has shown you who he is and you still pick him, don't blame the mama. Reassess what you're choosing. Reassess what you're choosing. And this is not a punch to the gut to anybody, because, baby, I have chose some shit. I have. And not one time did I blame the mamas. My first husband's parents, I love them motherfuckers. Their son was ratchet, but they got 5 kids, and all their kids don't act like that. How do you explain that? I don't blame all my exes except the last one, because his parents are dead. Okay? I love their parents. Sai said, oh, I read that. Johnny said, does anyone know how we connect our Apple Watch for Fit Friends? Well, for Fit Friends, no. There's no way to connect it for Fit Friends, but if you go into this, how could I show you? Johnny, you see on my watch, you see that icon right there with the rings, right? If you hit that, there's a screen if you slide over, people you can follow. Oh, wait a minute. Of people you can follow. See, I follow Doris. Oh, that's her thing. I follow Doris. That's me. And I follow my aunt, right? So if you want to follow each other, there's an option to invite a friend at the bottom. And so with this, invite a friend, okay? Invite a friend. Veronica Madison said, I feel like men move on quicker. Sometimes I think we don't know our worth. So many people are broken. You create your destiny. If I meet someone and they aren't for me, deuces. And I think that comes with experience, Veronica Madison, right? You know, our experience in life and how much tolerance we have for other people. Okay. Johnny, try that little icon and invite people that you know that's on your watch. I don't know. I think we need each other's phone numbers, but try inviting, like if your wife has an Apple Watch, invite her, right? Start with that. But if you have anybody on here has a Peloton bike or a Peloton username that they use when they ride a bike, make sure you go into your profile and you are updating your hashtags and you are putting the hashtag Coffee with Friends, hashtag Coffee with Friends, Fit Friends, hashtag Raw to the Bone, hashtag Fit Friends, right? Because when you ride, whenever you're riding, it'll let me know that the hashtags, people that are using those hashtags are actually riding the bike, all right? And I can track that. I love that. Future said, people place blame on whichever parent they feel is appropriate to blame. Regarding dysfunctional children, either way, someone is going to say he or she lacked home training. How long do we say that? When you're dealing with somebody that's 40 years old, you still attributing their behavior to home training? At what point do we become responsible for our own behaviors? I'm asking. At what point do we become responsible for our own behavior? Ghost said, I'm a single father to my 12-year-old. Kudos to you, Ghost. His mother passed when he was 10 months. I'm sure I've made a few mistakes along the way, but all we can do is our best. That's it. There's no book that comes with parenting. Okay, yes, you can go to Barnes and Nobles, you can go to Amazon, and you can look for books on how to be a good parent and whatever, but this is somebody who wrote some fucking suggestions, right? Understand this, baby. People can give you advice. They can tell you a million things, right? But what works for their kid might not work for your kid, right? Like my kid was hard to punish. He didn't give a fuck. I took his Nintendo away from him for 2 weeks. When I gave it back, that little motherfucker looked at me and said, I got used to not playing it. He was 8. He was 8. I knew then what I was working with. When he was like, I don't need to play it anymore, I got used to not playing it. He wouldn't touch that shit. He was 8 years old. That boy didn't care about nothing. No punishment. He was resilient. Okay? Sai said, call them out directly, accurately, and swiftly. Make sure it stings a bit so they know not to mess with you again, period. Right. Pat said, all the bills? Question mark, question mark. I don't think so. The woman pays bills also and still gets the blame. I'm telling you. Still get the blame. Why y'all keep blaming us women? Don't y'all think we have taken enough? Georgie said all the bills is the fantasy, like a man over 35 talking about they don't fuck all night. Oh no, talking about, a man. Okay, wait, let me read this again. Georgie said all the bills is the fantasy, like a man over 35 years old talking about they gonna fuck all night. You know, that fuck all night shit just be lies. Motherfuckers be lying. They are not fucking all night. I don't give a fuck what you say. Look at the clock. You only fucking for maybe an hour, if that. The fuck. Stop lying. They can do it. I believe in them. Ain't nobody fucking all night. That's a lie. That's some exaggerated bullshit. Unless you fucking falling asleep, waking up fucking. You ain't fucking straight through all night because your pum, baby, that kitty cat gonna be crying. Fuck. No. Pat said if we stop choosing shit, maybe they will get it together. Ghost 95 says you can't fully blame a woman on how a man grew up to be because a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. What? Ghost. Say it for the people in the motherfucking back that try to act like they can't the fuck hear. The women are nurturers by nature. So, you know, when women get blamed for their boys growing up soft, fuck you. We're women. Blame the motherfucking man that ghosted me. Like, what are we doing? Okay? Pat said one of your members said he proved himself to his wife. I have much respect for him. That was Johnny Leon Hill. He had to prove himself financially to his wife before she committed to him. I ain't the fuck mad at her. You taught me something, Johnny, with that. Georgie, don't be throwing I'm kidding in there. Them motherfuckers can't go all night. Just leave it at that. They can't motherfucking go all night. Fuck them egos. Shit. Okay. Oh my God, you're in Nevada, Veronica Madison, and it's 5:40 in the morning. I love the fact that you joined the show. Thank you. I appreciate you. Uhu said, I have love issues and my father was in my life. That's why I say everything don't work for everybody. You got motherfuckers that come from a beautiful mother and father household, my first husband, and he was ratchet. Interior Ruth said, we all come out differently because we are individuals and we choose the paths we go down. Parents aren't given manuals to raise kids. Majority of them do their best that they can, right? But we forget that when we're dating their sons. We need to remember, if we in the Black community want to do better, one thing we got to do is stop blaming each other for shit and start figuring out how to fix shit, how to heal through shit, how to stop these generational curses, how to stop this toxic fucking behavior unnecessarily. That's what the fuck we need to be talking about and need to be working on. Stop blaming the women for being strong because these women are strong because they had no choice. Stop blaming these women for raising these boys because they had no choice but to raise these boys when the fathers ghosted them, dropped dead, or whatever the fuck they did. Instead of blaming our women, embrace the Black community and let's work through getting over these fucking curses. How do we do that? Open dialogue, understanding, communication, unpacking shit that you suffered trauma over, healing. That's how we do this shit. Stop blaming. Interior Ruth said, and to piggyback on Johnny's comment, mamas are expected to be there always. Dads, maybe. In my line of work, when something happens to a child, the question goes, well, where was he or she's mama? This is what I'm fucking talking about. And then y'all want to know why women got to be so strong. This is why. We got to be able to take all these punches and still stand. You ask us in one breath, why are we so strong and independent? But in another breath, we got to deal with being blamed for so much of what goes on in our Black community. How do we fight these defenses off if we're weak? Stop the blaming. Georgie said, wow, Veronica, it'd be worth making coffee with friends in the morning. I absolutely love it. I love y'all. All right. It is after 9 o'clock. I need to start closing because I got a busy morning this morning. All right. Fancy Pants says, cause baby, I'm tired. We are. All kinds of sly ass comments are made at Interior Rule Squad. Child. We are tired. Georgie said the only way a woman can walk out on a kid's life is to leave them at the clinic, and period. And then when she do that, we are looked at fucking side eye. Men walk away from their kids every day and don't nobody be saying shit. Soon as a woman abandoned her kid, they be like, what the fuck is wrong with her? What kind of fucked up mother is that? Who the fuck? What the fuck? She must be on drugs. She must be crazy. Dads walk away every day. Wait, Fire and One said, because you want old ass men with bad habits. Oh, I should switch to the young ones? Nope. The fuck? Nope. I can't do no young guy. Yup. I'm gonna take the old men. I can't. Young is just not my thing. I can't do no young guy because I don't want their mamas looking at me side-eye because and I don't want their mamas looking at me talking about, oh, you dating that double nickels and this is how she dressed. Yup. I don't want no problems. Right, Cheryl Lee. And this Cheryl Lee said, let's face it, women rule the world. I'm telling you. And then they get mad when we say that. But everything that happens in our community, they be like, blame the woman. Blame the woman. We got that much power, y'all. Right, LaSasha. LaSasha said men need to take accountability, period, in capitals. And I appreciate y'all motherfuckers. All right. But I'm going to start winding down, y'all. I'm finished reading up the comments, but y'all know this is Coffee with Friends and I am raw to the bone. You know how to find me. The link is in my bio. Follow me across all my platforms, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube. When you go to YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and you hit the bell so that you know when I'm going live, y'all. I come here for free. If you are on IG, make sure you are giving me the hearts. Keep me in the algorithm. Even after my show is over, if you do not mind, guys, if you are watching me on YouTube or you're watching me on Facebook or IG, go back to the video and hit like on the video after it posts. I try to do that for people who go live and I join their lives. After the live is over, I try to go back to their live that post after the fact and I hit like on it, okay? Or I make a comment. Great show. Something. Keep me in the algorithm, all right? So that other people can see that this show is there and that they can join and that they can participate and they can add to the growth of what we're trying to accomplish here. What am I trying to accomplish? Loving up, sending the message to love up on our brothers and sisters. Talk about the tough shit that we go through in this community and talk about how we can change it. Healing. It's for the mind and the body. Hashtag fit friends. This is why it all makes sense. Okay. LaSasha said, I'm 28 and I'm the fuck tired. Oh, at 28, girl, you got a long way to go, baby. Okay. You got a long way to go. Interior Ruth said, fancy panties, but never nothing about the dad. It's always, well, you the mama, or why did you allow this? These kids, adults, children do whatever the heck they want to do. And Interior, I have one who does what the fuck he wants to do. It didn't matter. Didn't matter how I felt about it. Didn't matter how many nights I cried. And that's why this topic is painful for me, because I knew these motherfuckers was blaming me. And I was like, baby, I did what I could raising a kid at 16. Did what I could. And I didn't like him at times. I love him. Nobody can fuck with him because I cut you. But I didn't like his ass at times. And that's why when he pick a good woman, I be looking at them side eye and they be thinking I don't like them or I'm not happy for them. But I be like, oh my God, he's going to fuck you up. Not physically. He going to hurt you because he not ready. I knew what I was working with. I knew the child I had. But y'all women are responsible for who you choose too. Pat said, LaSasha, you can lean on me. I love it. Yes. Lean on your aunt. Fancy Pansy says, at Interior Root, listen, you better preach this Tuesday morning. I'm telling you, Interior is going. Ghost said, if you don't want a broke man, you're going to have to deal with a busy man. I like a busy man. But don't fucking blame me when your business or your hobby is not doing well, all because I said, let's watch TV. And don't get mad at me because I'm able to run multiple businesses and I'm just as busy and I still can make time to cook your ass dinner. Okay, and clean this house and do the laundry and still make time for you. But when it's your turn, you can't multitask, and I'm supposed to settle for that. See, that's the thing. Women, we do so fucking much, and we are so underappreciated, and then we get blamed for so much. We tired. Ghost said, and the hustles a lot of women are doing is working from home. So while you're home, you can get things done. Men hustles are typically physical and out of the house. Okay, that's only because of COVID, baby. Y'all talking about your hustle is at home. My corporate America job was in the office. Every single day, I went to work in the office. Yes, I have had the leisure of working from home a lot, right? But I go into the office and work 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 like everybody the fuck else and still come home and run my businesses. All my life. All my life. All my life. So when a man goes to work and comes home and his hobby is in the house and he's doing it from home and he can't make time for nothing other than, no, I understand a busy man. That I could deal with. But when you see I'm just as busy and you're not appreciating me, I'm gonna have a problem with that. And then if you're not successful in your extra endeavors, you turn around and you blame me. And then you tell me you don't like me because I'm the strong, independent woman that's able to multitask. No. Men will find every reason, society will find every reason to blame a woman, even with things like, well, your job is at home and our job is this. It's almost like the men that say, oh, the women that raise children full time, that ain't shit. That's a lot of fucking work, y'all. Why do people downplay when motherfuckers work from home? It's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work. I never had no man that had no big physical job. My men are corporate, basically, right? So what they fucking doing? They're not building buildings. They're not in the sewer, chopping at pipes. The fuck? Most of my men, they sit down. The fuck? They not doing anything haphazardly. Interior said you can connect on the Fitbit. Does anyone still have those? That's another great point. If you have a Fitbit, if you have friends that follow on Fitbit, that's another great option. I have an Apple Watch. Fancy Pansy said, at Roy, amen. Everything don't work on the same kid. It sure don't, because I tried some shit. Ghost said, a man paying all the bills is old school traditional thing. We don't live in those times anymore. Y'all are independent now. The shit is dead. And that's fine. But embrace our independence. Don't blame us for it. I only got an attitude and be like, well, then pay all the motherfucking bills when you start complaining that I'm too independent. I'll be like, okay, baby. I don't want to be. I can keep all my money to myself. I'm good. Fancy Pants said, my ex-husband was definitely ratchet. The fuck? Okay. Thank you, Uhu. I appreciate that. All right. Uhu said, fit friends, get healthy in mind and body and life. Yes, I love it. I appreciate you motherfuckers for joining in Coffee with Friends. Hey, Mishi Boo, good morning. Listen, I say, some topics are very passionate, for me, because some of these topics hit a personal note for me. And this is one of them. The women being too independent. I've heard motherfuckers complain about my independence, right? And then the women being blamed for their ratchet ass sons, me. I've been blamed for my ratchet ass son's behavior. And it made my ass itch. It hurt my feelings. I felt like I failed. I felt like I was a disappointment. Do y'all know how that fucked me up for so many years? That was a guilt that I lived with for many, many years, feeling like I was the blame for my son ending up in jail. I was the blame for my son being ratchet with his girlfriends. And you know what? It wasn't until I said, fuck this shit. I'm going to give myself grace. Okay? Because when a bitch live on her own at 16 and she's grinding, raising a kid, still got her education, it's hard on the boulevard. I had to learn to give myself grace. So women that are out there raising these children and single men that are out here raising these children, if you are raising your kids in these single households, do the fucking best you can. Don't let society blame you for the outcome of your adult child. Give each other grace and know that we are out here dealing with unlearning shit that we've learned over generations. It's going to take us time. But we have to start changing. And one of the areas we can do that in is stop fucking blaming each other. Start having the conversations of how we can make change. Instead of blaming, talk about how we can do things better. It starts right in your household. How can you do things better? That's the question. Stop this fucking blaming. All right. And with that, all right. This was Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Mishi Boo said, I just walked into Dunkin' Donuts this morning, but now I'm tired. My body feels like I ran miles. I think I overdid it. Small baby steps. Mishi Boo. That could be your accomplishment for today. #FitFriends. Again, y'all, link is in my bio. I'm going to send y'all the fuck out with some vibes because y'all know, listen, I got to send y'all motherfuckers out on some vibes. You know, I always say,
even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
hey, listen, no matter what's going on in our black ass community, we can still go. We are a resilient people, y'all. We still got a long way to go, though. We got to learn to stop blaming each other for our toxic ways. Let's talk about healing. Let's talk about what we can do to help each other. It starts with the conversation in your household. What are you and your family members talking about? What are you and your children talking about? Okay? Starts right in your household, all right? And so with that, y'all, I just want to say, continue to grow, continue to love up on each other, and let's continue to keep the black community in our prayers because we need it. Feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Hey. And with that, y'all, I'm out. This is Raw to the Bone, and I will be back tomorrow. It's Question and Opinions Day, all right? Come through, y'all. I love y'all motherfuckers. Hearts on IG, thumbs up on YouTube, the like button on Facebook, and join me tomorrow. I'll be back. Hey.
change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till I make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say, turn them.
Get this message and go on about your day, y'all.
Stay on repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more.
Hey.
Past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
Hey.
And even when you feel low,
You can still go.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. Hey, peace, y'all. Go. Hey, Coffee with Friends, Raw to the Bone. I'm out. Go, 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 go. Hey. No, man, I still go. Peace, y'all.